Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. I am Via Speaks Royally. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I want to do a little a little song for you, a little song for you. You know, I'm not the best singer, but I just want to do a little song. I'm sure you all know this song if you have a certain age. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around, mhm, love is in the air. Every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish, don't know if I'm being wise, but it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air. Okay, I just had to be silly. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. It just hit me, the spirit of love, and I think of Harry and Meghan and how happy they are, how happy we hopefully all are in our lives. Valentine's Day, the spirit of it should be 365 days a year. So we don't cram it all into one day, but it should be spread out around the year, you know. That way, those times when you want to whoop somebody's ass, you control it a little bit. Okay. Anyway, let me get over here to the comments. I have one that I wanted to read because I did get it in enough time. Let me thank you, Grace, for this intro. Right on. Right on. Welcome to the love episode of Sussex Saturday. And here's your host, our funny Valentine. VS Speaks Royally. Show you right. Okay. Grace, you in those intros, just love them. Love them, love them. To the long term channel members, let me just give you all your props right now. Church Nelly, thank you for 46 months of membership. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Pray all is going well with your treatments. Um, Lorna, thank you for 40 months of membership and happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Let me see. I did see a few more. To all the other members that are out there, thank you. I just wanted to highlight the comments that I did see pop up. This is going to be somewhat of a quick one. You know how I always say that, and then an hour later, y'all are still here. Mikey, happy Valentine's Day to you. Good to see you coming over from the other side. All right, the other channel. All right, Connie Bomber. Thank you for 34 months of membership. I so appreciate you. Elaine Parker. Mwah. All right. Thank you for being here. Hope you are feeling much better. Hope you are well. Thank you for 44 months of membership. And you dropped a little love. Good to be here, my friend. Oh, it's good to see you and thank you for the love that you've dropped on me. I'm gonna play the little, you know how I play that for all the love that's dropped. May the love that you've dropped on me be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. Here we go. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you so very much and again. I so appreciate it. All right. Let me just come in. Hi. I see everybody, whether you're on the vertical or in the, you know, original chat style, so to speak. So um thank you all for being here. Hi, Queen Divine. How are you? Hi, Lisa. How you doing? You all should follow her channel if you want to get into investments, etc., and start building your retirements. I'm so beyond the retirement. No, trying to get there. Let me just say it like that. All right, so woo! Okay, I think everybody's just greeting everybody. Compton, Cali, good to see you as well. Everybody, good to see you all. I'm just grateful that you all are here. I know y'all could be out getting into some shenanigans on this lovely Valentine's Day. Let me come over here really quickly and go up and get into this piece right here. I have to do this.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
All right. So, as I do each and every Sussex Saturday when I have Sussex Saturday, and I do apologize. I know. I think it's been about a month. I just feel like y'all don't need to hear from me because everything is good out here in Sussex land. So that's just me. That's a me thing. Anyway, let me read my favorite quote that I love to read that I found on um at the time it was the Archewell. And as you see, it says here, hopefully you don't hear the dogs in the background. Anyway, each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. And they continue to live this. It's awesome to see as the children are growing that they're also doing that. So this says good morning, but then good afternoon to those that are, good evening to those that aren't, whatever part of the globe you're in, because I know that many of you are almost into, the 15th. And here we are just kicking it off on our side of the globe on the 14th. So I saw this. It's just pretty, me, my purple. Okay. And then I have my little Valentines. So it is Sussex Saturday, our favorite couple, as it began, as it is, and then of course has their love has expanded with their children. So they had their first joint outing, and yes, I know I'm behind. Don't come for me. This was last month, but I wanted to highlight it because it made some were losing their minds over it. We were happy to see them both out and about. And they were at the Sundance Film Festival. Hopefully, we'll see a lot more of their productions presented at Sundance. Okay. Now, this week, Meghan made an appearance. I had dropped it on the channel members so they saw it. She attended the 15% Pledge Gala. And this year, the gala, 15%, they honored Tina Knowles. If you do not know who Tina Knowles is, somebody will provide that information to you, and then we'll just pray for you. Okay. But Meghan, to die for, she slayed. If I continue to update that song each time she comes out, at least once a year, she slays us. Yeah. The original still stands, and I probably should load it in just to have it when she does these moments to us. But she looked absolutely fantastic. Although there's going to be a mini trash time. There was a particular individual that really shouldn't speak on Meghan ever, that did not like this look, felt it was wrong and all this other stuff. But I think Meghan looked gorgeous. Here is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Whether it is, like current trend fashions, or if you're going back into vintage, child, please. Soleil. Soleil. Okay. hmm Um, with love, you can continue to watch on Netflix. As ever, I hope you get alerts on from the website because there's special going on or had gone on that, you know, you can get, especially with Valentine's Day over to here, but you can get certain items together, etc. You better get out there because it sells quickly. If a bookmark will sell out, the other items, as many of you know, will sell out. Unfortunately, I feel for all of the squatties outside the US because you all, unless you have set up certain shipping addresses, etc., that you can get your merchandise from, yeah, it just doesn't usually happen. So one day soon. One day soon. Okay. A quick squatty corner, which I haven't done in a while. So wanted to remind, um, you know, I'm a Bridgerton fan. We have to have a quick talk on season 4. I love some of your comments when I had posted that, it was time to watch it. And you all, I'll save you the time. The stairwell, and he asked her, yeah, hopefully those of you who plan on watching it, oops, sorry, it's going to be a little trigger warning. It's going to be, I'm going to kind of spoil it for you. But he asked her to be his mistress, which I'm not sure how I'm feeling right now with part 1 of season 4. They're going to have to bring it. Well, okay. Let me Violet, mhm, having her giving herself as tea, and if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Mhm, uh-huh. That was the hottest part for me. Um, yeah, mm-mm. I'm not feeling this particular coupling right now. Maybe I'll change in part 2, but I understand the classism and, you know, she's a maid and there's just no way without, the big fall from grace. He's the number 2 waiting for the number 1 and all that. Anyway, I'll have to see part 2, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, and see. They better bring it. For me, season 1 just topped all so far. So aside from Violet doing her thing, all right. Um, I made this. This might be my I should trademark this, but this is my little snow queen type thing. I kind of like it. I think it speaks well for VS, don't you? There's always trash time merch you can get from the store, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I do have a little pre trash time item. Sad news. So a royal couple has announced their divorce after 25 years together. Of course, the other let me see if I have it on my phone because I had another part that explained who they were, but nevertheless, I didn't bring that across into my pre-trash time. But it's just sad news, you know, not the couple I was thinking I would see over in the UK. Nevertheless, sad to see because 25 years is a long time. And then you finally call it quits. But that does happen. Let me check my comments because I have quite a few cookies and cream. How are you? That's my manager, everybody. Hopefully, I'm being, still upholding to the, good client vibes. Hey, my opinion, how are you? 1998. What are you saying here? Season 4 gives me Cinderella vibes up to that point that took me out. Season 1 and Queen Charlotte are the best. Yes, those 2 seasons are truly the best. So part 2, I pray that you bring it because yeah, not feeling it too much. Not feeling it. Hi, Bud Files. How are you? Okay, let me scroll back. Uh-huh. Kim Kim C, yes. Violet loves the flowers in her garden. Oh, yes. And I would say they have been watered very nicely. Whoa. Diane, what you say? Violet getting turned, child. It didn't take much to turn her out. Let me say, she was already there. It was just, yeah. Oh, good, Mina. You like the show? Yeah, can't wait. But they just, yeah. I'm sorry, and I want to see. I don't need to see the behind. I just need to see the Duke of Hastings because that was a nice looking man. Okay, let me just say that. Okay. Um, I'm scrolling back in time. Hi, everybody that I may have missed. Hi, 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 Veronica. How are you? Brenda. I just looking to make sure I haven't missed something. Hey, Nora, the Stock Explorer. How are you? Thank you for popping in. It's good to see you. Um, okay. Tier, how you doing? Carol, how you doing? Ooh, look at you. Lauren, thank you for 27 months of membership. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Thank you all for the, ooh, you members have been something. Hanging in there waiting for, like, where is the sloth that we know as VS? Where is she? Why is she not here? Why is she doing lives? Hi, Sis Elise, how are you? Miss September, how you doing? Let me see. Mega love, shout out to you, Sis Elise. Ooh, yes. GT, yes. She is the T. Woo, there was a couple parts I was kinda going fast forward, and then I said, "Oh, s go back, let me see," and then I was like, "Okay, chill out." There's certain parts that you kinda trigger to me, the stepmother, and yeah, it does have that Cinderella. Mhm. At least Cinderella went on to be happily ever after, and I just wonder, especially a gentleman who likes to vibe in both pools. Okay, I don't know how she gonna feel about that, but okay, I'm just gonna sit back. Fancy, fancy, how are you? All right. Um, Gwen is saying, have never watched the show. We'll check it out. Oh, let me see. If you watch season one, you get a good taste of the Queen. Season two, I want to say they did season Queen Charlotte and then season three, but that may not have been the order that it was in. But season one and Queen Charlotte, I had tears. I was crying, near wailing at the end of Queen Charlotte. Diana saying we just got Valentine's shout out from Her Royal Highness Duchess Meghan. Ooh, ooh. I just want to go see Be Nosy. Let me see if my you're talking about on Instagram. Is that what you're saying? Instagram. I don't see anything new, but I could be wrong. Um okay, it's just more greetings. Hi to all. Oh, an email. Okay. I'll have to check, I'll get lost in my emails if I do anything. I have thousands of emails on different accounts that I just don't. 1998 champions. I do miss my Sussex Saturday. You helped me out with my house cleaning and stuff. Great listening while working. A whistle while you work. I didn't want to blow out your eardrums, and then the whistle didn't come out as strong. Miss September, I can tell you all how it's going to end. Uh, Listen, stop it. The maid will find out she has a lot of money and her stepmom will be out. Yeah. Well, I kind of had a feeling about that. That the way she made her feel, child, that got to me. The way she made her feel, your mom was this and you're just this and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I bet dad left the money. Can you imagine how many people, sadly for women, your one goal in life was to marry and you hopefully married somebody that, although you felt a connection to, didn't treat you like a horrid individual. So people are already talking about season 5, which I'm like, can we get through this season and then we can look to the other ones that have already been guaranteed? But anyway, it shall be quite interesting. What is Wendy saying? Megan in that gown, old Hollywood glamour, wore African American fashion designer Charles Harbison creation shut it down. Yes, 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 yes. She shut it down. Now, I did say that I do have an item in trash time, but I can wait to get. Let me look at the time. Okay. I had planned on 30 minutes, so I'm about there. Let me see. Miss September, when he said be my mistress was a blow, yeah. But to some, that would be a fulfillment. Like, okay, well, I know my place, and so I will be such. But Ugh. Anyway, to actually hear a man say that, you know, well, like I said, he likes both pools. And so to me, he needs to figure that out. And maybe that's something he doesn't need to figure out. Um, but should the love interests know about it? Is the other thing. So Diana's saying once Lady Whistledown was identified, things had to be different. Well, the Queen's interaction, she is such a great actress. Just when you have Penelope come in there and start talking and she's like, no, 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 no. And then she had to, my dearest gentle readers. And she's like, ooh. The Queen is going through her thing. I don't know if they will keep true to how they true life, as in, you know, Queen died before the king. They just wouldn't tell him. Um, I guess for those moments that he was asking for her. But yeah, people are speculating. I see a lot of speculation because they're seeing people in the morning gowns, as they were calling them. So on the next part coming up, but we shall see what shall happen. But her, yeah, and Lady Danbury's interaction, oof, the friendship and the sisterhood there. Oof. Majesty Sussex, baby Jesus. Is this real? I have missed you. VS speaks royally. Oh, hello to you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Hello, beautiful squatties. Yes, y'all have been wonderful. I've been bad. I just will say this. Listen, I've been in the other hallway, and that Lorna can attest, that will suck you in. I will tell you all, stay in the clouds if you come over there because there's a lot happening right now, and peace. We just need peace. Peace and calm. Woosa. There we go. All right. Um, Take care, 1998 champions. It was good to see you. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Hopefully. Mm, hopefully. Hi to everyone else that's come in. Please make sure that you hit the thumbs up, whichever live stream you're in. Share out if you're able to. Yeah. Say that the ghost of VS Speaks has come forward and gone live. All right. 1998 is saying the Queen had me crying this season. I felt so bad for, yeah. For and you figure for them to be able to share that, or her having somebody to share that with, yeah, just phew, incredible. Okay. Let me get to my trash time. That way y'all can cut up and do what y'all like to do. Let me get to the right spot here. Here we go. Here we go.
It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time.
So, someone, as I had said earlier, didn't appreciate Megan's stylist and the decision made on the gown that she wore, and had a lot to say. Again, if Squatties didn't share this, I wouldn't have a clue because I don't check for any of this craziness anymore. But this I happen to see in my timeline. I'm like, well, I did say if I go live, I will share this. And ding, 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 I happened to say, let me go live tomorrow. And here we are today. So RNN. Hmm. Yikes, what a hideous, terrible dress. Um, you can see all the other crazy, which talking about her like she a linebacker. No, 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 bitch. That's you. Because she's the one in the sneakers and dress. Yes, that's who was talking about Megan, this particular look of Megan, which is fire. And this crazy bee just had to open her mouth and spew stupidness, but may you continue to get uglier and frumpier. Okay. Each time you open your mouth against her. Anyway, um, I want to say to the lady in black, thank you, because you keep slapping at some that deserve to be slapped at. I did see this because I think this happened last month. Someone also dropped a comment about it, but PM Piers Morgan trips on a small step and breaks hip. Karma. Maybe keep your mouth shut. Next time, that might be the place you hit. Hmm. Trips on a small step. Was it a pebble, sir? You seem to have some issues. Must have been the pebble. But again, to the lady in black, thank you. You get them every so often. Just do a little side, drive by. As Kendrick, wop 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 wop. Yeah, that's what y'all deserve over there, because y'all continue to act like Megan is not a beautiful human being that has feelings. Hopefully, your rehab PM takes a long, long, long time. Mm. Anyway, those of you who are old enough to remember and even had this as a drink, I thought this was just a different little type of closing. Minute Maid is discontinuing the frozen juice concentrate after 80 years, which kind of took me back. And I'm like, dang, I actually have one in my freezer now. Yeah. So something else for the time warps, people go back in time and look. Yeah, we're gonna be like, oh, I remember when that happened. Let me see. And Antoinette, what are you saying? Vs the cow. The cow doesn't count because the review speaks for them. Sure, but she was upset. It's like you will not ever have Harry. Just take yourself and go sit down and stop. But I guess mm, she feels somewhat that she's an authority on fashion. And by that outfit that she has on, that's the last thing that she is. Kim Quasimodo and a dress and sneakers. What? Better watch out for that. That's true. The ancestors, they've been handing out hip fractures lately. True. Hip fractures, divorces, falling down more steps, other things going on. I'm just saying. Gwen says he better be worried about his wife. Well, mm, mm, I don't know. Elaine is like, I'm old enough to remember. Yes. It was some good orange juice, I must say. It's just interesting. I don't know. All the things of our childhood is going away. Happy Valentines to you also, Denise. Okay. Lydia. Gum should really stop with the hate. She really should. She really should. I'm not even going to discuss that other couple over there. I understand some some in the media were trying to scapegoat and give Andrew um, Mountbatten, some sympathy points or whatever for having to move out of his home that he's been in since his mom gifted it to him. Um, I just hope the queen comes and stomps on her son's heir. Let me put it that way. As he's a horret wretch. So, Diane, just a few words. Pedro, Chaz, Billy, Chalmilla, copy paste, UK media. Who knew but stayed muted? Well, mm, 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 I don't know. Hey. Usually, when they're real quiet, that's because some shit's going on. We've never heard any more about that particular cousin that Yeah, that self-deleted, and there was some, you know, connection to that couple over there in the UK. I did see an article that talked about how conservative, who knew how conservative or something like that, that Willie and the absent lady are. And I'm like, conservative? She walked down a runway in college in a see through dress to catch the attention. Lived with him, became the beard because there's just no way. There were three of them. She shared a, wasn't it another male roommate? They shared a flat together. Hmm. Conservative, my arse. Okay. Lorna says, I loved the frozen juice concentrate. It was great for making any sauce with an orange base. Well, there you go. Gone are those days. Either stock up or kiss it goodbye. Yeah. GT looks like she took fashion tips from that horse living in Clarence's house. God darn it. Yeah. Yeah. Lorna, give it 2 years. With the leaks, we'll move into Pedro's old home. But how many homes can they have? It's two of them. They have three children who will be off and doing the most dastardly things in another 10 years. Okay. Um, yeah. How many homes? Because you would gift them to them anyway, because, probably by the time that was going to roll around, are they going to kick out the auntie and the other uncle, or is it just Andrew being the scapegoat when you knew all along about his, friendship hmm with said Epstein, which seems to be, well known. I'll just say that. Elaine, she was known as the royal mattress, true. Mhm. Yeah. I remember now. I could have read it wrong, it was so many decades ago, but when they had their breakups and makeups, and I thought it was reported she was dating one of his friends, which I was like, that is so nasty. But I could be wrong about that. You hear and see things, especially over here. We're not really checking for them. So, one of them rag magazines, and it's just like, haha, yeah, okay. But I was like, oh, when she's on the outs, she's really on the outs with you. But then she came back. Mhm. All that making up, breaking up, living together, pretending like y'all so, whatever. But, okay. Uh, wow. Okay. See, some things just click. That's why it's like, yeah, whatever. Whatever with you all. I think we as squatties have to come up with some monumentous thing this year. 10 years. Megan already kicked it off talking about 10 years and showing that picture of them in Botswana, and then, they're dancing. Um we hope was in the sunset, because I think it was a black and white video clip that she had shared. But we have to celebrate. It's going to be such a joyous time, since they were only given a limited amount of time that they thought they would be together. They thought they were going to chase her off. hmm Dear Harry, are you ever going to release Spare 2? hmm we could use a little bit more good, juicy reading. Drop some more info on your life, because baby, that put people. They couldn't even. What angle could they come at you at when you went and put it all out there yourself? hmm But you better leave Megan alone. Okay. When Elaine P. and she thought she was better than Megan. Sure. I'm going to say this on here, and then I'll end, because I'm already almost 10 minutes over where I had said I was going to be. So there's always this thing that they put on Megan, that she was a yacht girl and all that. She was on yachts as a guest, unlike the almost soon to be consort actually worked on yachts. What she did, well, hey, it garnered her some nicknames too. All right. And thanks, Cicely's. I see you out there. Miss September is saying William and Kate are mad that their love story is not like Harry and Meghan's, which is a real rom com. Yes, hopefully we'll see their story come. We had the docu series, but it would be so cute to see. All right. Um, but them being jealous, pick better. Pick better mates. He had to marry because I think the institution was pressing him to get married. Have to be a certain age, marry, the heir to be, because at that time Charles was the heir, and get the family going. But let him have lived in his truth, and as the laws had changed, he still would have been happy. Okay. But if she enjoys the life of a beard, hey, who am I? I see you, Elaine, cutting up. I love it. Lorna says, all I remember was it was him that was doing the breaking up. How many times did he tell her that she was not wanted, but he couldn't find someone else? She was the last resort. Last peg standing. Okay. Did you catch that? She was the last peg standing. All right. Gwen is saying Kate was on her knees on the yacht. Well, do. And then here comes Elaine right behind her saying she serviced drinks to Richmond. Yes. Among other things, I'm sure. Because there are pictures of her and Branson. Where those pictures are taken, I'm not sure. I have a feeling it was Epi Island, but maybe I'm wrong. E.G. Megan was a guest. She was the help. Well, they seem to want to flip that on to Megan, and it's like, no, 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 no. Again, I'm thankful. I've said this many times on different live streams. I'm glad that Megan had a life that was built before she met and married Harry, because the narrative that was spun out of the UK media would have been horrific. They had her just to break them up, and then Harry lived the life of, you know, just being he wouldn't even have been a spare, but just being the Margaret of his time. That's the best way to put it. Okay. Tia is saying William had no choice, get married and produce an heir, but he had time. Like, men can have babies when they're, 101 and pass away at 100. Catch it if you catch it. Oh my. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody that has joined. Hi Rosemary, how are you? Wendy is saying Kate Middleton was a yacht girl. She worked as a deckhand in Southampton where she was friends with Richard Branson. Air quotes friends, because he was much older. Okay. Let me just carry on through. Carry on through. Carry on through. Gwen is saying that's why William flipped out, because she was with Andrew also. Jesus, have mercy on my soul. I think that's the note I need to leave on. I was going to try to skip past that. There's a whole lot going on there. Yeah, I need to be able to let you all go and have your rest of your Valentine's Day with your loves. I do hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Valentine's Day. You know, not sure when we'll speak again, but we will speak again. Um, mhm. I have missed y'all. Don't think that I did not. I have missed y'all. So let me see if I can get to the top of my chat, and I cannot because now it has screened out some of my comments. So, all right, I'm going to grab Connie Balmer's Connie Balmer. I'm going to put this right here. All right. Everyone have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you again for joining, hanging out with me, a little bit of laughter. I'm sure some eye rolls when I was singing. Um, I hope to see you again soon. Love you all. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all around the halls of YouTube. All right. Bye bye.